I was getting tired of marking regular term papers, and I didn't see that students were getting a lot out of what they were learning. And so that's why I thought about taking on this idea of transposing the term paper into a video. In the field of exercise physiology, I always talk about balance, and balance between two parts. One is being the exercise piece, the exercise prescription, but also the art piece, and how do you translate that exercise prescription into something that is usable by the general population and something that will be used for the long term.
From this project, we learned how to produce and make a video that we could use in our careers to educate the communities and the populations that we were really trying to target.
Video is a lot more of an interesting medium compared to PowerPoint or other types of presentations because it's more engaging. Video nowadays is very important as far as communication, just with the easy access that we have with YouTube and various other media sharing devices on the internet.
As a human kinetics student, we have a lot of group projects and a lot of papers, but it was really nice doing something different for a change.
I'm not a videographer and have not that much knowledge in this area, but I knew it was a medium that we should venture into. And so my colleagues at the Media Center Studios provided me with that opportunity and support.
We provide the equipment, training, the support needed to create video. Video can have a great impact towards the learning process. At first they think, hey, this can be lots of fun, it's going to be easy, it might be even an easy mark. But once they get into it, they realize there's way more involved in the process. And as soon as they know they have knowledgeable professional people to support that process, to help guide them and push them along the way and to say, hey, you're doing a good job, you're on the right track, here's some things you might think about, it makes it a lot easier.
Early on in the class engagement, we will show a video on a certain topic. We will then show another video on the same topic, but this video has a much higher production value. And it's that correlation of looking at a good and a bad video with the same message in it. Students realize that there are different levels of video production. We provide workshops with equipment so they aren't nervous when they get around the gear. We also will follow up with post-production support. So we will look at the footage that they've got. We will look at the type of story that they're able to tell with that footage. And then we will look at how to edit that footage to tell a really gripping story so that the viewers who are watching it are engaged from the very beginning to the very end of that production.
Having support from Media Center Studios was extremely helpful for this project. I don't think we would have been able to develop the quality of videos that we did. There were a lot of points that we were given at that time that I probably wouldn't have noticed otherwise.
It was 50% of our grade, so we were all quite concerned that we needed to work together to get things done. My group particularly, we split up into production and editing sides. So production had more of the beginning portion, such as organizing, filming, and the editors really got to get the raw product and make it into the final product.
So with this project, we got out of the classroom, which is different than most projects that you get to do. We get out and interact with people in the community and with these conditions that we'll hopefully be interacting with in the future. And we got to educate them on steps that they can take for improving their health.
I often use the analogy that their mom must be able to understand the material that they cover. And the idea is that these will be posted as public service announcements and to inform the public about different types of chronic disease and how exercise may be used to mitigate the effects of those diseases.
In comparison to essays, you really got to go into the community and figure things out for yourself. It was definitely learning more so than being able to research and just take something off of Google or a peer-reviewed article.
From a planning perspective, I was able to manage the team really well, and it was just a good experience being able to communicate and organize with everyone else.
For me, definitely this was a huge learning curve. It's something I've never done before, so I feel like I actually have some skills now that I can actually take with me and use in the future if I need to.
As a result of this project, I've become more confident in my abilities to guide people in the right directions in filming and producing. I've also learned a bit about editing software, and from this course I'll probably be able to manufacture videos for my future career in healthcare.
I really firmly believe that this is the future of teaching and teaching innovation, something that all of us should consider. Applying this type of technology or taking on new technologies to advance the way that we teach and disseminate information to our students and to the greater community.